A doctor's warning: 5 serious consequences of not staying intimate in your golden years. Hey there, folks over 50. Picture this. You're sitting by the fire, a cup of coffee in hand, and I'm here to share a story that might just change the way you think about love and closeness as you age. It's not your typical tale of romance, but one rooted in science and real life. A doctor's warning about what happens when couples stop being intimate later in life. This isn't about judgment or pressure. It's about understanding how something as simple as a touch or a hug can keep you healthy, happy, and connected. So, settle in, and let's dive into this eye-opening journey together. The 5 consequences you didn't see coming. Imagine you've spent decades with your partner, raising kids, building a home, weathering life's storms. Now, in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, you might think, we're past all that lovey-dovey stuff. We're good just being companions. It's a common thought, right? But here's where the story takes a twist. Research shows that letting go of physical intimacy can quietly chip away at your health and spirit. Let's break it down with 5 big consequences the doctor laid out. First up, your memory starts slipping. You know those moments when you walk into a room and forget why you're there? Or you're telling a story and blank on a name? You might shrug it off as just getting older, but there's more to it. When you and your spouse stay close, think hugs, gentle touches, or even regular intimacy, your body releases hormones like dopamine and endorphins. These are like little happiness vitamins for your brain, keeping it sharp and your mood bright. Without them, your memory fades faster, and the risk of dementia creeps up. Imagine forgetting not just where you parked the car, but the name of the person you've shared your life with. That's a heartbreak worth avoiding. Next, your heart takes a hit. I'm not talking about heartbreak here, but the literal pump in your chest. Picture this: a couple who hasn't held hands or shared a warm moment in years. Studies say regular intimacy, nothing wild, just steady, gets your blood flowing, keeps your heart rate steady, and even lowers bad cholesterol. It's like a natural workout for your ticker. But when that stops, your circulation slows, your blood pressure might spike, and the risk of a heart attack or stroke sneaks closer. One day you're fine, the next you're clutching your chest, all because you thought, "We're too old for that." Your heart disagrees. Third, your immune system weakens. Ever notice how some folks over 50 seem to catch every cold going around? There's a connection. When you're close with your partner, your body makes something called immunoglobulin, a shield against viruses and bugs. It's like your personal bodyguard. Skip the closeness, and that shield rusts. Suddenly, you're down with the flu, a nagging cough, or joint aches, and you blame the weather. Truth is, it might be the chill between you and your spouse that's leaving you vulnerable. Fourth, your body ages faster. Think of those vibrant 70-year-olds you've met, rosy cheeks, a spring in their step. Then there's the 60-year-old who looks a decade older, shuffling along. What's the difference? Intimacy keeps hormones like testosterone and estrogen flowing, and those keep your skin smooth, your bones strong, and your energy up. Without it, you're looking at sagging skin, brittle bones, and restless nights. One couple I heard about, a guy in his 60s and his wife, rekindled their closeness, and within weeks, they were sleeping better, eating better, and looking younger. It's not magic, it's biology. Finally, loneliness and depression creep in. This one's the quiet killer. You're living with your partner, eating at the same table, sleeping in the same bed, but there's an emptiness. No more tender looks, no soft touches, just silence. That missing closeness stops the flow of oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes you feel loved and safe. Without it, you feel adrift, even with your spouse right there. Over time, that turns into depression. Less talking, less eating, just sitting and staring. It's not old age, it's a heart crying out for connection. 6 tips to keep the spark alive, safely. Now, don't worry, this isn't about turning back the clock to your 20s. It's about finding a way to stay close that fits your life now. The doctor shared 6 practical tips, and they're worth hearing. First, don't push it when you're tired or full. After a big meal or a long day, your body's already working hard. Adding intimacy then could strain your heart or leave you dizzy. Wait for a quiet morning or a relaxed evening when you're both at ease. It's about love, not a chore. Second, find your rhythm. There's no right number of times. Once a week, twice a month, whatever feels good. For most folks over 60 with decent health, 1 or 2 times a week keeps the benefits flowing without wearing you out. Talk to your doctor if you've got health issues, but focus on what feels natural for you too. Third, keep it gentle. Forget acrobatics. Your joints and heart will thank you. Try side by side or the classic setup with a pillow for support. It's less about performance and more about feeling close, maybe sharing a laugh or a sweet word. Fourth, steer clear of quick fix pills. Those ads for men's vitality drugs? Tempting but risky. A guy in his 60s took one without checking with his doctor and nearly didn't make it. His heart couldn't handle it. If you're curious, see a specialist first. Your life's worth more than a gamble. Fifth, make it about love, not just the act. At this age, intimacy's deeper than physical. It's a hand on your shoulder, a kiss goodnight. "You okay?" whispered in the dark. One woman in her 70s said her husband's gentle touch made her feel young again. Start small, the rest follows. Sixth, fuel your body right. Good food, like salmon, walnuts, greens, plus a daily walk and solid sleep set the stage. You'll feel better, and that makes closeness easier. It's not just about the bedroom, it's about living well together. A real-life turnaround, Tom and Nancy. Let me wrap up with a story that'll warm your heart. Tom and Nancy, married nearly 40 years, had drifted apart. He'd read the paper, she'd tend the garden. No fights, just routine. One day, their grandkid played a video, this very warning, and Tom listened. It hit him. They'd stopped touching, stopped really seeing each other. That night, he couldn't sleep, watching Nancy's frail frame beside him. The next day, he started small, walks in the park, healthier meals, a hand on hers. One evening he asked, "Can I hug you?" She laughed, teary-eyed, and they held on tight. Slowly, they rediscovered intimacy. Nothing rushed, just tender moments. Weeks later, neighbors noticed Nancy's glow was back. Tom was chipper. Their kids were stunned, then thrilled. "We're eating love," Tom joked. They proved it's never too late. Your next step. So, folks, here's the takeaway. Intimacy in your 50s, 60s, and beyond isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. It keeps your mind sharp, your heart strong, your body resilient, and your soul connected. You don't need fireworks. A touch, a smile, a moment can do wonders. Talk to your partner, start small, and see where it takes you. You've built a life together. Why not keep it thriving?